It's Tuesday, and I'm gonna multitask. A lot of people are complaining about this person, like this lady that was driving, and she just happened to be filming two trucks that were, like, messing around with each other. One was locking the other one out of traffic, and they were trying to, I don't know, do something crazy where they were making hot dogs, by the way. Trying to just block each other out, and the one right in front of her runs over this 2x4. 2x4 flies up, and she's filming out the front window like this, and it flies right next to her and right through her windshield and into the passenger seat. And she's like, I am lucky that I wasn't carrying kids to soccer practice or something, because they'd be dead. Hardwood smoked turkey. And a lot of people are giving her guff. That's a word that people don't use very often, is it? Guff, saying that it's fake. She didn't really film a 2x4 flying through her windshield. Multitasking is harder than I thought it would be. To those people, I say shame on you. It is ridiculously hard to fake a 2x4 coming through your front windshield, especially when you're like, I don't know, some old 45-year-old sounding lady that's like, I was just so excited to be driving behind these people that I thought I should get their license plate numbers because they're driving erratically, and then bam! 2x4 through the windshield. But I think that's kind of telling of the whole YouTube situation, because we got people like Freddie Wong out there that are faking this sort of stuff perfectly. And then when somebody where it really happens to them comes along, they're like, no, it's fake. You did not have that happen to you. But when in all reality, it happened to her. Are we starting to get jaded? What happened between now and 50 years ago that made everything change? You know, like we used to have songs, Mike Lombardo was tweeting about this. This is why it's sort of on my mind. That we used to have songs that were like, I want to hold your hand. And it was the kindest, most gentle PC thing that you can imagine, or PG rated thing, or G rated thing that you can imagine. And they were still up in arms, you know, Elvis shaking his hips and stuff like that. But then we come back to today's standards and it's like, F this and F that, and this girl is my girl, and pouring champagne all over her. I might be turning into an old man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think changed in society? It's really hard to, you guys are like inside the cabinet right now. That changed in society that makes our society so much different now than it was 50, 60 years ago. The other question is, what happened to our attention span? How did we get such a low attention span? Like, back in the day, people used to, the only entertainment that they had was reading and going and seeing plays or something like that. And now, nobody goes and watches plays, nobody reads, and we can barely sit still for 5 minutes. And people say, oh, we all have ADD, we all have ADD. How do we all have ADD? And that's a disorder. Every single person in our society has a disorder? I don't think so. Only thing that I can chalk it up to is that we get information faster now. So we want to process it faster. So we only want to take in short inputs, short little sections of information so that we can process it as fast as possible and go on to the next piece of information. And that sort of sounds like the definition of ADD, but I don't think it's ADD. I think it's, as a society, we're moving faster. Do you guys think that's a good thing or a bad thing? It could be a bad thing, because I know that we have a lot more stress and we have a lot more people that are going crazy because they can't handle the speed at which our society moves. And some would say that that's, you know, killing off the, not killing off, but like survival of the fittest, dog eat dog type world. I don't know if that's such a good thing. Why is it only like that in America? And that's not to say that other countries don't have problems, but I know that if you go to like Japan, they will go to school, not have a problem with it, and they go to school for like 8 hours a day. We have a hard enough time keeping our kids in school for 4 or 6 on Wednesdays. We have to have an early day, and I know that that's because of funding, and don't get me started on school funding because you guys don't want to hear it. School funding, I got myself started. School funding. We need to fund schools. Why is this our last priority? This should be our first priority. You can't plan for right now, you have to plan for the future. The future is schools, not, I don't know, whatever is going through the government right now. You know, I know that there are things that are going through the government right now that are important. Possibly more important than schools. I have a hard time believing that because I really believe in schools. I really think that we need to put a lot of money into them. I think we need to put a lot of time into them. Now, I am not one of those people that will rant and then no, whatever you say is not true. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know if I'm totally off my rocker and you guys are like, listen, Tim, schools have plenty of funding. You're not looking at all the facts. Here are the facts. This is happening, this is happening. The reason that our schools are not getting funding is because there's something entirely more important there. We're gonna start a crazy discussion down in the comments down below because this is gonna be good. Well, that's enough of my ranting. I'll see you guys tomorrow and now it's time to pay the price.